Click.
Clickety-clack down the track. It zooms, it glides. It washes your dishes for you. Clickety-clack down the track. What was the infomercial that was that?
I don't know. This is the first I've heard of it.
You might not even know about it because it might be an American thing only.
It's quite possible.
Wonder Wheels or something. It was always Wonder in the 90s. Wonder Ball.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Okay. So I am slightly getting set up still, mostly just getting all my windows in order and whatnot. And then we can begin here. YouTube streaming changed, and I hate it. I was almost considering going to Twitch, just on principle.
What is it about YouTube that you dislike?
It's so like the entire like streaming setup is like it's got a different way of doing it, and that different way of doing it is potentially going to be like the way to do it eventually. And I don't like it in the slightest. I can still use the old way for now, but it's the idea that they're going to force me onto the new way. And it's just like UI stuff and differences with the entire streaming setup.
Isn't YouTube like generally notorious for really bad UI choices, though?
Yes. Very much so. Alright. Let me see here. Go into Super Mario World on the Nintendo Switch. It's kind of cool that's a fucking thing. Kind of wish that it wasn't through a subscription service, but that's just me.
Yeah, I would, I do wonder why that's a choice.
Because if they can lock you into a subscription service for the rest of your life, then they just profit indefinitely.
You know, that's fair. Well, I say fair, but I understand what you mean.
Yeah, it's good for them, horrible for us.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, the one thing about... I hate, like, using this argument, but you look at, like, the Virtual Console prices, and they were not good. It was like, you know, like $10 for like a Super Nintendo game.
$10?
Yeah, something like that. Like really, like look back at the old like Virtual Console prices. They were absolutely insane. I know at the very least that it was $15 for any N64 game or more.
Gosh.
And this was on the Wii. This was past their heyday. This was when they should have been dirt cheap. But no, Nintendo said they were not dirt cheap. We worked very hard on those, which, you know, fair enough. But you have to pay, like, I don't know, like half price, a quarter of the price of of when it was new. I don't know. There's all kinds of different angles that you can look at that. And you can even just talk about, like, how games should, like, have their value for a while. Like, the cheapening of games a la, like, oh god, I hate that I died on this stage. Dying on this stage is the worst fucking thing! Oh, dying on an auto-scroller. Hi, Courier. Welcome, welcome.
Wasn't that, like, right near the end?
Yeah, that too. What the fuck is this no checkpoint nonsense with Nintendo? What is this, a Mario Maker 1 level? What is this Panga nonsense?
Assumably, it would be so they didn't have to split the camera shenanigans with the auto-scroll.
Ooh, okay. I was trying to be fancy there, but I'll take not dying. Oh yeah, that's, you know, you might even just have it there. It might be the fact that it would have been harder to, like, do the auto scroll at the save point if you died. So these have to be all in one. Okay. Alright, fair enough. It's kind of like Mario Maker in that way. Like, there's some things that just straight up, like, don't work in Mario Maker with the auto scroll. Like, one thing that I very much had to deal with myself was that, I put a sun at a level, and you can only put one sun at a level, and I realized that you could, if you put, like, a save point, then the sun would not, like, be there at that save point. Granted, you can very easily kill them in a lot of ways, and I've figured that out too, so...
You can kill the sun?
Oh yeah, you can kill the sun.
Excellent! Mario dies in the Ice Age.
Just Mario Maker things. Mario lore things, shall we say. Ah! No! Oh, what the fuck?! What?
Oh my god! What the hell happened there?
I'm gonna blame the input lag because I'm wireless right now because I couldn't find my cord to, like, plug in directly to the Switch.
No. That is the worst. I am so sorry.
Oh, this is the ride that never ends, never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. Thank God I got 25 lives. Gonna need every single one of them for this random-ass auto-scroll level that shouldn't be a problem at all. Wait, I couldn't rewound! I wonder if I can still rewind.
Is this something you're going to try?
Oh my god! Yes! It just— No! Or even further? Yes, we can go even further. That's weird how it doesn't show it. Rewind, motherfucker!
This was certainly a development.
I almost forgot that you had rewinding on this. Because I kind of intended not to use it on Mario World. But if I can use it to, you know, like, forego, like, a mistake that shouldn't have happened with, like, a properly wired controller, then I guess I will.
The taste of God? What?
Taste of God, like, you know, just being like a god because you can control, like, the world of the game. That's how I take that statement anyway.
Fair.
Ooh boy.
Oh.
Ooh boy. Hey. Just rewind every time. Oh my god. I'll rewind on, like, the levels that I don't like. And this is one that I don't like.
Just Super Koopa spam?
Super Koopa spam. Oh, I feel dirty. Oh, I feel so dirty rewinding on fucking Mario World. I should be better. I'm really trying to find, like, my Pro Controller, like, USB-C cable, which is, like, the best USB-C cable that I've ever seen in my entire life, but I don't know where the fuck it is. So we're gonna have to do without for now.
I guess so. So I have a question.
What's up?
Are you going to be doing the red dot on the bridge?
Yes, I might need help figuring out exactly, like, how to do it. You need Yoshi for that, right?
You do, and if you really need my help, I do know how it's done, but I'm gonna withhold that information until such a point that you ask.
Okay. Totally fair. We'll finish up this level, hopefully with Yoshi, and we'll see about doing that next, honestly.
Okay.
So have you seen the fitness thing going on with the Switch that's coming out?
Oh, the weird sort of donut.
Donut. I like that.
I mean, I don't know what else to call it. It's basically
Ring.
a torus. Yeah.
Ring. Why not? Wait, what was the second thing that you said? Taurus?
Torus.
What's a Taurus?
Torus. It's effectively a ring.
Huh. Effectively a ring, but what? Oh, damn it. I needed you, Yoshi. Sacrificed. Wrongly, because I didn't know that this would happen. Ah!
You know,
What's up?
I'm going to put it in a thing in Discord just so you can see what I mean.
Sure thing.
I mean, you don't have to see it right now. It's something for later.
Okie doke. Kitsune says that you need a cape and good positioning for that specific red dot. But don't you need, like, Yoshi, because you need to be able to take, like, the wings that are in the level to, like, the bonus level, I assume?
Nope.
Or that's not what it is? Okay.
That's not what it is.
Okay. Wait! I think I remember in the back of my brain. Don't you take, like... You go beyond, like, the actual end, and you get to a second end? Or is that a different level I'm thinking of?
You're onto it.
Okay.
The reason I say you need a Yoshi for it is because you need to Yoshi jump.
Alright.
Like, under the goal.
Yeah, that's the normal way of doing it.
Whether or not it'd be easier with a cape, you know what, I'm going to agree with Kitsune for that.
It would be easier with a cape?
Yeah.
Because you can just go over the goal, huh?
I know it was more like, if you have a cape and Yoshi, you can kind of glide underneath the goal and then hop up.
Alright, we're gonna speedrun this level real quick and take this Yoshi. At least, like, safely speedrun, you know, as it stands. Cheese, eat your heart out. In a game that Cheese would never touch.
Hey, Mr. Civ.
Hello, Mr. Civ. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Yoshi! Awful Hammer Brother. Awful. The worst Hammer Brother ever, and by the worst, I mean the best.
Did his job quite well.
He was hired to kill me. He was doing the best that he possibly could.
And he did very well. He just didn't get the job done.
I'm not a bad guy, Your Honor. I was just hired by Bowser to kill Mario. It's just business. Am I gonna be able to, like, keep Yoshi? This is gonna be freaking hard now that I think about it.
Yes, it is. Granted, Yoshi can bounce on the saws, from what I remember.
Yep. All kinds of fun little tricks that you can do, like that! Grabbed it off screen. Okay. Okay, so we're taking the bonus zone just because this will probably be a little bit easier than you know, not taking the bonus zone. And maybe a little bit funner. We're getting to see like something different, so there's that too. Instead of going like the normal frickin' auto scroll way.
Oh, Kitsuna's said that they'd take you to the normal exit.
If I fall from here, does that take me out of this, or does it kill me?
You know,
Wait.
I couldn't tell you.
We can rewind! We must remember that. Alright, very well.
Kitsune does bring up the interesting point that it would be a free blue Yoshi, though.
I don't need a blue Yoshi. It's fine. Do I need to, like, cape past this?
Oh boy, that's a good point. Do you need to bounce on swords? That is hell.
Goodbye, Yoshi. Your sacrifice was not in vain. Am I playing with viewers? What do you mean, playing with viewers? You mean, like, using the multiplayer feature of SNES Online? Because if that's the case, no. This is just going to be a me stream.
Is it more the case that I'm in chat with you that's got them asking that?
He was just hanging out with me as a friend on Discord. Relatively, like, little chat interaction. If that isn't your thing, then, yeah. We're just doing it old school. Just single-player video games. And having fun. And hanging out. As a whole party crew. It's a great time. Curse you, Torpedo Ted!
So, a little bit of a note for you. Back when I was a kid and had this on Super Nintendo proper, I never actually saw this stage.
I don't think I saw this either, honestly. Like, it's definitely an esoteric, alternative exit for a kid to understand.
Yeah.
Decently tough level. Okay. As long as I can, like, duck under it. Woo! Could've got me there. Can you join my Discord? Absolutely, you can join my Discord. Link is right there. Come in and hang out. I am not in voice chat there, but you are welcome to join the Discord. Over Dungeon's quest mode. I have not heard of Over Dungeon. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So that level with, like, the Blue Yoshi shenanigans had, like, 3 exits, technically.
Technically.
I don't feel like quite like doing Star Road right now.
No, that makes sense.
What do I feel like doing? I feel like filling out, like, some of the earlier world, honestly. Let's go ahead and drop a save point here. Why not? Not too much worry about losing much progress or anything, or the power going out, but, you know. I always talk about the power going out, but that's not quite like the case with the Nintendo Switch. If your power goes out, system ain't actually going dead. Alright, let me see here. I do want to do the frickin' auto-scroll level. Yes, we will do the secret route here.
Fair enough. Good times.
Let me see, the secret exit for this is getting a cape or a Yoshi, or even just, like, using those blocks at the end of the level. And it's definitely, like, using it, like, near the end of the level. They were lazy. Absolutely lazy with this secret exit. Although you could argue that it's just, like, making sure that people understand the concept of, like, secret levels. Fuck you. Ugh. Why do you always respawn? Because that's what you're programmed to do. Well, I hate your programming.
Excellent game design, except maybe not really.
Let me see, I'm gonna, like, try and, like, thread the needle on this one. You gotta be real good to, like, actually be able to get up on, like, an initial cape run. We gotta rise. Nope, rise. Ah! No big deal, but I just want the style points.
That would have been pretty heckin' styling, though.
Would have been pretty heckin' styling. A real heckin' styling for a real heckin' styler. So I'll talk about it with you, considering that I think that you're interested, but the current project that I'm working on is a video essay for Puyo stuff. Just talking...
I was hesitant to ask because I didn't want, like, spoilers in chat for, like, you know, if people wanted to go in blind or whatever, but... cool.
Three people are watching right now, it's fine. But, yeah, talking about, like, the first few Puyo games, specifically talking about, like, the arcade release of Puyo Puyo, talking about, the Super Famicom release of Puyo Puyo 2, Puyo Puyo Sun on PC, and even in mentioning, like, the way that Puyo Puyo is actually a spin-off of the RPG Monogatari, the Sorcery Saga series. But Puyo Puyo, like, was a spin-off at first, but now it's just, like, Puyo
It's become
Puyo...
its own main thing.
Puyo Puyo actually succeeded, like, Sorcery Saga, because Sorcery Saga died, and there's been no entries in that since, like, the PS Vita.
Oh, wow. I mean, in fairness, was that down to the PS Vita being, you know, shoddy as all hell?
It's down to the PS Vita being an excellent JRPG machine.
I'm not sure whether or not that's a compliment.
I would consider it a compliment. The PS Vita is very interesting for being a console where a lot of stuff got released that wouldn't otherwise get released. Just because, like, that audience was buying up, like, JRPGs like nothing. Like crazy. You got a lot of really cool Japanese releases on the PS Vita, if you knew where to look and if you were into that sort of thing. Really? Puyo Puyo Su actually has a 4-player mode? With the multi-tap, I assume, on the original console? Interesting. Let me see. Okay, so, like, the secret exit for this one is, like, using, like, that key that's in the middle of the level. As for your question, Kitsune, Puyo Fever, like, really, like, I cut it off at Puyo Puyo Sun, but the real reason why I'm not talking about Fever is just because I don't have, like, nostalgia for it, having, like, not actually owned, like, the original releases. Basically, I'm using, like, this initial video as, like, a pilot release to talk about Puyo Puyo and see if people will actually, like, listen to me talk about Puyo Puyo, and depending on how the stats work out, I'll make, like, more videos or just leave it at this one.
It's probably a good way of going about it.
In researching about Sorcery Saga, I actually found this very interesting looking Sorcery Saga game that's on the Sega Saturn. And I had to look more into it to see if it has an English release or possibly a fan translation. And if it doesn't, then I'll be very sad, because the sprite work on this game is absolutely beautiful. To where
Is this the one that we saw a small snippet of in chat the other day? Was it yesterday?
Yes! The one where, the tweet was talking about how, like, oh yeah, funny carbuncle, go ahead and, like, be a party member that kills, like, things every now and then when he feels like it.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
Yes, that is the game. Oh, Carbuncle. I've actually got a few friends who just are like very enamored with like one Puyo character or another. Barely play the games, but like a character or two. Like the witch from Puyo Puyo and Carbuncle. Alright.
In fairness, Carbuncle is kind of cute.
Carbuncle is great. By the way, Kitsune, could you answer this for me? I recalled that there was some kind of way... I recall that there was some kind of way that, like, Carbuncle was like a final boss or a secret boss. Could you, jog my memory on what was going on there? Oh, damn it, this is actually the wrong one. Trixie. These Trixie ghost houses. It's like, oh yeah, go for the floating door. Nope, go for the hidden door. It is playable using the secret menu to set the number of human players to 2, which makes players 3 and 4 AI players. Okay, so it's not a true multi-tap game. Puyo Puyo Sun, hidden final boss and secret character. Interesting. It's just weird to me that then I don't get the context of having like the fake out like Carbuncle as the final boss of Puyo Puyo Su, if Carbuncle wasn't the final boss of original Puyo. Because there's that part of Puyo Puyo Su where you're climbing the tower and at the very top it looks like there's like the silhouette that looks like Carbuncle. Why did that not activate it? Before it's revealed to just be like Shizo and Rulu and Satan.
Oh, now I get why it didn't work. The block was half on the screen and therefore wasn't registered as interactable.
Yeah. I totally get why. It's just interesting that it was like...
dumb.
It's dumb, but it was like... I get it, because the game actually doesn't render...
From a technological standpoint, yeah.
The game actually doesn't render anything that's like off-screen. Anything that's off-screen does not exist as far as the rendering engine is concerned. Like, everything is rendering basically like one block away. At least I think so. Based on like what I know of like the way that the Super Nintendo games like technically work. Which is also the reason why like a widescreen version of Super Nintendo games is very hard to actually achieve. Because the terrain is rendered beforehand, but sprites are not.
Oh, now I know what Carbuncle is.
Oh yeah?
I mean, I had to wiki this, so if you're not okay with wiki information, then...
No, go ahead.
I'll keep going. Okay. Carbuncle is Satan's pet.
Ah.
Or at least used to be until Madame Monogatari 2, and then stuck with all after that.
Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and get the secret exit while we're at it. Be a nice little auto-scroller. And by nice, I mean horrible. But, you know, details, details.
It occurs to me that you haven't got either of the secret exits of the ghost houses here.
Okay, I'll think about it.
It's up to you. One of them's just a Star Road entrance anyway.
So, to, like, kind of explain what's going on there in, like, the long term, I'm kind of thinking about, like, 100%ing this game. So, eventually, doing every single exit.
That makes sense.
Because it would be kind of cool to have, like, a save file on the Nintendo Switch that's just 100% completed. And that I won't lose, because I am horrible about keeping my own saves. So cloud saves are a godsend. Come on. Or was it this one? It was this one. And then I think this is where you get, like, the secret exit? Thing is, I don't know how this is actually done. There we go. I do know, it was deep, deep in the crevices of my brain how this is done. Oh, and you're supposed to get the shell, and then you're supposed to... Oh, okay, that's...
Yeah.
Well, we did it the pro way.
Absolutely 100% professional gamer TM.
Oh. Oh, dissatisfying as hell. Blue-balled. Absolutely blue-balled. That was an interesting run.
I would say you can rewind, but is it worth it for this point?
Nah.
Didn't think so.
We got 35 lives. We're gonna be just fine. Let's go ahead and get a start on Star Road. Why not? I did Star Road really not too long ago. I'm almost getting sick of it. Because there was the what was it? It was the ROM hack that I was doing, the Bowsette ROM hack that I did Star Road on.
Oh.
Yeah, the Bowsette ROM hack. I enjoy torturing people with the knowledge that the Bowsette ROM hack exists.
I'm not sure how to respond to it.
It's actually really good, by the way. It is actually a really, really interesting ROM hack, especially in the fact that it doesn't completely change Super Mario World. It's not fully custom, but it changes things about the original game, which a lot of ROM hacks don't do. And I found that so curious. A lot of ROM hacks are just completely custom, making their own worlds, making their own levels. Just this one Bowsette ROM hack was I'm gonna change the original game just a bit.
In very subtle ways. I should probably mention that completing the secret exit of a stage does not clear its, what's it called? Regular exit point.
Really interesting.
So if you are going for an absolute 96 exits run, then you are going to need to do these the real way.
Interesting. Duly noted. I guess I should do these because there's no visual indicator that you haven't done it. See, the nice thing about Super Mario World, and part of the reason why I'm so insistent about 100%ing it, is because it's actually one of the very few games I can think of right now that is fun to 100%. Because I mean, you look at Nintendo's modern offerings, and they have not made a game that is fun to 100% in quite a while.
Yeah, it's a shame as well.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, collecting all the spirits. Ugh.
Yeah, that's gonna... No.
Breath of the Wild, collecting all the Koroks. Ugh.
No.
Mario Odyssey, collecting all the moons. Ugh.
No!
That one's easier, mind you, than Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, several times, in fact. but wow. It's weird as well, because the amount of stuff in there, it would imply that there is a lot of content. It's just,
It's just too far apart. Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey are like the definition of copy and paste.
Effectively.
Just absolutely copy and pasted all over the hell, and tons of asset reuse and just... Blah. Those games could be like 1/3 of their size and actually have all unique content intact. But people would prefer if you just like do the same thing over and over again.
Oh, as a general note, Star Road 5 can't be done unless you've got all the, what's it called? Switch Palaces.
Gotcha.
I mean, the regular exit can be, but it just kind of sends you back, so...
Need that Yoshi for the secret exit, but we can go ahead and do the real exit first. The real exit for a second, you know, semantics. Trying to think about what else to talk about. What else is there to talk about? I mean, like, TGS happened, but I haven't been watching, like, too much of it. Like, there's
I'm not even sure what TGS stands for, so I am the worst person to be here.
Tokyo Game Show. So, Tokyo Game Show is a convention that takes place in Tokyo, and it is game companies, like, doing a whole lot of stuff, showing off stuff, and showing off, like, trailers and whatnot. Like, for example, there's actually been a whole ton of frickin' Death Stranding footage shown off at Tokyo Game Show. Like, very specifically, Tokyo Game Show. And that is indeed, like, the place where there's going to be that Sega Ages panel that me and you were talking about.
Oh, right, of course, yeah, that.
That's, like, the thing that I'm most looking forward to right now. I have to be close to you, huh, Yoshi? Is just hearing more about Sega Ages and seeing more about Sega Ages, again, especially considering that we don't have a release date for, like, Super... Well, not Super. I don't know, possibly Super? But Puyo Puyo 2 on Sega Ages. That is definitely something that I'm extremely looking forward to. I will buy Puyo Puyo 2. I absolutely adore the game. I will buy the arcade release. Hey, fancy. Landed on Yoshi in midair. No, no, no! Getting back my goddamn Yoshi.
What if I said that Yoshi wasn't actually needed for the secret exit?
I could have sworn that it was. Well, actually, I think it's only a cape. Yeah, only a cape is needed. Fair enough. We'll keep Yoshi anyway. This red Yoshi is baller.
I have a question. Just for demonstration purposes, how would Yoshi help you?
Yeah, I get it. I know the secret exit, like, does not actually need the Yoshi. I get it. I got it. You just need the cape to float down.
You've already passed it.
I usually go backwards, funnily enough, because I usually don't have those switch palaces unlocked.
Oh, of course. Right.
That was a fancy frickin' catch. Eat the key. Consume key. Am I going to do Breath of the Wild? I'm not buying Breath of the Wild 2 unless they make it extremely small and focused. And, like, they change, like, a million mechanics. Like, I do not like Breath of the Wild. I actually, like, really, really hate that game. Did I do the regular exit of the last level that we did?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the first one that you did.
Okay, cool.
Oh, right. The main exit of Star Road 5 closes the loop because... Okay, never mind.
Uh-oh. 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 Okay, let me just... I hope y'all don't mind, but it's just a little thing. It doesn't matter. Nothing happened. Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be darker. If they make Breath of the Wild 2 like Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask, and how Majora's Mask is such a darker game than Ocarina of Time, then maybe. Maybe. I just don't like Breath of the Wild. Like, I watched, like, this video essay, and it especially, like, cemented for me, like, just hearing somebody else lay out, like, all of the temples, and how they are all, like, building on, like, the same idea, but not building past it. Like, all of the temples of Breath of the Wild, they have, like, one little idea that they do, and then they end. Whereas proper Zelda game design and puzzle design in general is having a concept and just, like, milking it for everything that it's worth so that the player can, like, fully explore all of the possibilities of that idea. But Breath of the Wild...
I've seen ROM hacks of Zelda games, which do generally have a certain gimmick that a certain temple will do, and then will use that in later areas in conjunction with the actual gimmicks of those later areas.
What kind of ROM hacks are you talking about here? For Link to the Past, or...?
Link to the Past, the original Zelda. Have you heard of Zelda Classic?
Yeah.
Okay, so there is an entire, like, forum dedicated to Zelda Classic quests, which generally some of them are really, really good. There are a few that I worry about, and that I would never touch in a million years. Just because of how ridiculously difficult they are.
Yeah. ROM hackers can get very, very, especially like Link to the Past ROM hackers can get kind of insane with what they want you to do.
Oh, yeah.
Makes me really sad I can't go right on that exit. Like, there's no real reason to, like, restrict you. Like, you're using, like, this secret exit, you might as well get, like, some kind of reward for it. You can go straight to Bowser, but you can't go, like, straight anywhere else. Which is kind of lame. In some ways. You see, I'm just double-checking where this goes, because I kind of don't know off the top of my head. Oh! Useless!
So yeah, I guess you figured out which one of those goes to the Star Road now.
Okay, cool. Very cool, David. Alright, where do I want to go? Let's go ahead and go and start doing, like, Forest of Illusion. I've been putting it off, not gonna lie. I've been putting off doing Forest of Illusion. Forest of Illusion is, like, my least favorite world in Mario World.
Hey, Davey.
Hey, Davey. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Me and Davey were talking on Discord, and we were talking about how, like, the new Yakuza might actually be a game that we're interested in, because for me, I tried out Yakuza 1, well, Yakuza 0 it's actually called, and it was a very cool game, but it flared up my carpal tunnel like nothing else, because it was a very rapid button masher beat 'em up. But now...
How is that going, by the way? Are you alright?
Fine as ever, you know, I'll always have it. I will always have it. That's, well, unless I can get surgery, which no chance of that anytime soon. So yes, I will, for the foreseeable future, have it. And it will always be there, and it will always be, like, slightly painful. You have, like, good days and bad days, and you just kind of got to deal with it.
Wishing you the best, man.
Okay, Courier, if I thoroughly disagree on this point, especially in terms of, like, Breath of the Wild. If they make Breath of the Wild 2 bigger than Breath of the Wild, it's off. I'm not buying it. Breath of the Wild is an insanely big game that is stupidly big for, like, all the wrong reasons.
It's there for spectacle and doesn't really have much of a game inside most of its space.
I very much, like, want, like, quality and not quantity. That's me.
Like, don't get me wrong, Hyrule Field from Ocarina of Time is probably the most boring spot in the entire game. Because it's massive, but you do nothing there.
Yeah. I mean, that one I get, though. I get that, because that was to, like, show off the capability of having, like, a 3D world. Like, Hyrule Field, a lot of people, like, remember and fondly remember if they went from, like, 2D games to 3D games, and they grew up with, like, 2D games. And then you walk out on a Hyrule Field, and it spreads before you, and it's just this massive, like, oh my god, I can walk around in this massive area, and it's not, like, Mario World. It's not, you know, just there on the screen. It's this physical place that I can explore and I can go into all the nooks and crannies of. And Hyrule Field does have some cool stuff. There's like...
I'm gonna need to make sure these guys don't get sucked into the game, aren't I? I'm sorry, the way you were describing that, it was like, it's a physical place that I can explore.
No, come back. You're lost in the game. You can't come back. You can never come back!
Oh boy.
You can never come back! I'm remembering frickin' All Dogs Go to Heaven now.
Aww.
Oh, what a movie. What a friggin' movie. I gotta rewatch a lot of the Don Bluth movies. I really do. Because I recently rewatched Secret of Nim. And that is... just one hell of a movie. Did I get to the end of this level? Is getting to the end of this level how you actually unlock the path, or do I have to do something completely different?
You're gonna hate the actual answer, by the way.
It's going back to the previous level and doing that, isn't it? The secret exit of that.
No.
What?
I mean, the secret exit of this does exist. You can get a secret exit here, and it's not most well thought out secret exit in the world, but you know.
You did notice that I got the walk past the terrain exit, right? And it's not that? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Hang on. Yeah, sorry. Your that would have been the only secret exit for this. Then sorry, I am tripping up all over the place.
So, I'm forgetful, and I forget if I have done the normal exit or not.
No, you have not.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I was wondering. This is kind of just why I don't like Forest of Illusion. Like, as a developer, I'm sure that it's very, very fun to think about, like, oh yeah, how can we, like, mess with the foundation that we've laid down? How can we make it very, very confusing to, like, proceed? And we can make, like, all kinds of different, like, pathways and secret exits and just have fun with screwing with the player, but, not very fun as a player. Not very fun as a player.
I mean, I suppose, as forests go, it's about as confusing and maze-like as one.
I kind of hate that, that conception, that idea that, like, forests have to be either evil or mysterious or dangerous. And that's the only thing that you can possibly do with a forest. Because I love forests. I grew up in a forest, and they are awesome places.
Watch was raised by wolves.
You got it.
No, but, I think the only time I've seen a happy, joyful forest place was Rayman.
Honestly, I think that Nintendo just has it out for forests. Between Lost Woods...
If you spell Nintendo backwards, you get deforestation!
Mmm. get Lost Woods, you got freaking the 4 section of the original, like, NES Zelda, which is, like, the worst game design in the world. I remember the secret exit of this being a pain in the ass. I forget exactly where I need to go. It's always this level. It's always this level that trips me up. Or at least that I think will trip me up, and I, like, psych myself out before it even happens. I love these bubbles. This is kind of cool. This is the kind of thing that didn't make its return in Mario Maker because Nintendo is unimaginative as hell. And does not actually like Mario World. They just tolerate it.
Yes, this one thing that has a ton of fan, interest. We're not going to touch it anymore. We really shouldn't. Oh, but absolutely kill the hell out of anyone that dares to use it.
Friggin', Sunshine vibes. I'm just sad because, like, anytime that I have loved something that Nintendo has done, they have not followed up on it. With the one exception being, like, Luigi's Mansion.
I was gonna point that one out. I was like, are you sure?
But you got Super Mario World, you got Super Mario Sunshine. Both did not get proper follow-ups. Alright, Secret Exit was not as bad as I was thinking it was. First try, not bad. Lost Woods in Breath of the Wild was a pain. Interesting. You know what? I'm okay with this. I'm okay with just leaving Lost Woods for now. We'll do, like, complete Lost Woods later. We'll do the fun stuff. My, like, favorite island is coming up! Ah! Ah!
I'm sorry, that was a reaction I was not expecting. What the fuck? You fool!
I got way too ahead of myself. This just went from bad to worse.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
Whoops, there's no sky in a castle.
Oh my god. Nope. We do not tolerate auto-scroll sections. Not on this screen. Not on this stream. God, I feel dirty. I need a shower. All this rewinding. My gamer pride. Dead. Gone. Non-existent.
I like how they switch from the instantly lethal lava section to less lethal but still quite nasty spike section.
Yeah, the spike section definitely should have come first as far as, like, a difficulty curve is concerned.
Yeah. Although one could potentially argue, yes, the person that dies here is going to be upset that they have to redo everything. So let's make this second bit easier than the first.
Yeah, I do wish that you had, like, the clip functionality on YouTube, just like Twitch has. I have created, like, so many clips on Twitch of late. Just because it's easy. It is, like, ludicrously easy to create a clip on clip. Oh, God. I'm just gonna stop talking. Just never gonna say anything ever again. And that'll be my streams. We're long plays now, everybody. Welcome to the channel.
Featuring Hello. The only voice.
The Board Show, featuring Hilo. That would be funny, to just name something after somebody, but then have that somebody just never be a thing.
Wow. So Zelda, right?
Kind of like Zelda. Okay, literally, I was thinking about just mentioning, like, Zelda. We were both on the exact same wavelength there.
I don't know how that happened, but I loved it.
What the? Why the fuck does it go through? That is awful. You should be ashamed of yourself, Nintendo. As always, for everything. How dare you create these worldwide sensations, Nintendo?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Korea, but like, as much as the fan base can enjoy a game, watch is allowed as opinion.
I don't mind exploring in a Legend of Zelda game, but Breath of the Wild just takes it to a nutty degree that isn't enjoyable or interesting. Like, with the 5 or 6 streams of Breath of the Wild that I did, I felt like I got very little done, and there was just hours of walking and running and just going places, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like the exploration because it just felt like exploring these featureless mountains. That some of them had something to do, and you know, like, you had, like, temples and dotted everywhere, and you've got Koroks everywhere, but I just don't care about any of it. And nobody's gonna...
That and some of the shrines are like, hi, here you go.
Yeah, basically. Some of the shrines are literally just like, do one little thing and then get a reward. See, the thing... Not even do one little thing, but you get to the shrine, you open it, and it's like, hi, here's your orb. Yeah, that's definitely like the thing that I dislike the most about Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey, is that they both just give you stuff for doing nothing. Which, you know, for casual players, like, enjoy the spectacle, I guess, but for me, as somebody who actually likes a decent amount of challenge, I just didn't enjoy it.
It steals the challenge from it.
And don't get me wrong, you know, it's not like Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey are like 100% completely terrible games or anything, but I just didn't like how it's like 90% spectacle. And also just like a shit ton of...
boss though, right?
And also just hearing that like the final boss isn't really that interesting. The actual temples, the divine beasts that are in the game are like... I didn't like how the aesthetic is the same. I didn't like how like the temple music is always the same. It's just... Like I said, it's just... If Breath of the Wild was scrunched down and it was like a fourth of the size that it is, I feel like it would be a better game. That worked out. That's just me. That's just me. So other people, they will absolutely like enjoy the huge, gargantuan nature of Breath of the Wild, but I like tight, focused media that knows what it wants to do, does it, and then gets out of there. I respect that as a player. Chocolate Mario World. Let me go ahead and just, you know, eat some dirt. It's chocolate dirt. It'll be fine.
Chocolate dirt filled with chocolate worms.
Fuck.
Oh wait, this is Dinosaur Land, isn't it? So those worms will be like 30 times the size of regular worms and have teeth.
If you want like some really, really like well thought out and like structured opinions on Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey that I 100% agree with, there's this video essayist who did like 2-hour video essays a piece on Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey where he really lays out like the problems of those games, and I really agreed with it. I didn't take it as my own opinion. I didn't like watch the video and I was like, oh, I guess Breath of the Wild sucks. No, it was the fact that he put into words what I felt but could not put into words myself. And I really loved it. It was good. It was good content. Love Joseph Anderson. Great video reviewer, video essayist.
Okay, I gotta say, the vanilla way that this uses the Lackaboo, or whatever it's called,
Mm-hmm.
I really like that, but there is a little problem I have with the ROM hack community that uses them as a completely different kind of obstacle.
Do tell.
Okay, so, you know how that flame moves? It's very, very jumpy. So that hitbox goes all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So, in that particular instance that you were facing it there, it was always above you. There was never any reason to go up into the flames, like, sort of point. Unless you really, really wanted to get what was in a box or something.
Mm-hmm. But the ROM hack community will have you, like, very much have it needing to, like, go through it.
Yeah, dip and weave into the really unpredictable hitbox.
See, the thing about, like, Chocolate World here is that there's all kinds of, like, wacky ways that this world still needs you to, like, complete stuff. Like, I think that you gotta be, like, really quick about completing. You actually have to speedrun, like, this level, I think, if you want to, like, get the proper exit.
Otherwise, you just end up going on a loop.
Oh, why do I keep on getting the ribbon? Because it's fun, but I hate the fact that it puts me into a minigame that just takes up my time.
Curse you, Nintendo, knowing how to make things fun back in the day.
I don't know if you're still here, Corey, and if you still wanted to hear me talk about this, but like I said, like, I'm willing to see about Breath of the Wild 2, and I'm willing to, like, see the changes that are done and decide if it's going to be a game that I want to buy then. Like, there's no information to go on now, so I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. But it is a sequel to a game that I did not like. So there's that. So I have my trepidation, and I'm going to be looking at it with a quizzical eye. But it's still going to be a quizzical eye. I'm still going to, like, give it a chance to, like, show me that it's, like, going to be a fun game. And if not, I'll go and just, like, I should not be doing this. This is actually a level I want to see because I don't actually, like, have this level memorized. And if not, if Breath of the Wild 2 is, like, a game that I just am not interested in, then I'll just go back to the old Zeldas. Because I really like... Zelda is definitely something I've only played, like, half of the games for. I have not ever played Minish Cap. I've never played Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons. Link's Awakening, I have never played. I would be buying the remake, but money is a little bit tight for me right now, so that will not be a thing. And I'll instead be going for, like, Luigi's Mansion 3, probably, honestly. Is there actually,
okay, Korea, I'm gonna try and explain something at the moment. You seem to be under the impression that Watch absolutely does not want exploration at all. Whereas that couldn't be further from the truth. Zelda has always been about exploration. There has always been explorative elements in every Zelda game there has ever been.
I don't know about every single one, but yeah.
The original one was founded on the idea of you going out and trying to find your way through goodness knows what else to basically find where you were supposed to go. That and the fact that there were places that you physically had no idea that you were supposed to open and would be rewarded for it.
Don't get too angry, Hilo. We can be civil about this.
I'm not trying to sound aggressive in this front. I'm just...
You are coming off as a bit aggressive, man.
Do I... I'm going to backpedal then.
Anyway.
My point was not to be aggressive towards this kind of view. It was generally just...
stating your opinion. Let's just try and be a little bit gentler about it. So, like, on the exploration point, the thing about it is that I like Wind Waker. Wind Waker is actually one of my favorite games, ever. And Wind Waker has, like, you know, shit tons of exploration. That is a world to explore, and there's a whole bunch of optional islands that you can go to. And I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed that. It's like,
okay,
but
that
like,
is how I was trying to word stuff, basically, yeah.
okay, here is the thing. Here is the thing. I am actually gonna, like, pause for just a second, and I'm gonna look up something. And this is going to be like something to decently like illustrate my point. How long to beat Wind Waker? So this is a website that will tell us how long to go completionist on Wind Waker. The average time that it takes for somebody to go completionist on Wind Waker, doing everything, is 64 hours. Now,
That's not bad at all.
How long to beat Breath of the Wild? How long to beat Breath of the Wild? The average time is 181 hours. That is 3 times the game. For what I feel is not actually, like, better moment-to-moment gameplay. And something that I want to point out is that how long to beat, that's the average time, but you can see, like, all of the scores that people have, like, locked here. Somebody has a leisurely time locked for completionist of 315 hours. It took them to go completionist on Breath of the Wild. And I feel that's a bit nutty. I feel that that is absolutely, like, a little bit nutty. All right, back to gameplay.
Sorry for prompting a sidetrack there.
It's an enjoyable sidetrack. Or at least I hope it's an enjoyable sidetrack. Alright, I haven't read chat in like quite a while. Let me see what's going on here. Everyone wants to be confined to a massive amount of which is a horrible step back and the wrong way.
That was what I was responding to in the first place.
At the pace they want to go at. People want to be free to go at their pace. They want to go at... I'm honestly not even sure exactly what you're saying there, Courier. Whether through bad phrasing or whether my brain just can't process it. Let me see, isn't the actual thing to do, like, to go below this one? They did this trick twice, huh? Oh! No, you little bastard.
Oh.
I have 200 hours in Breath of the Wild and you haven't even touched the final DLC pack. Oh my god.
Just because it takes a long time to beat the game doesn't mean that that time is enjoyed. A game can be a ridiculous amount of time long in terms of its required stuff to 100% it. Like, let's have a look at Shadow the Hedgehog. It has how many exits? Like, how many paths does that have that it has named? That it has physically gone out of its way to name every single possible path that you could take through that game. If you want to 100% that, that's gonna take forever.
Okay, literally Google how long to beat and put in Shadow the Hedgehog and look at the completionist rate for that, because that's gonna be a good time. That's gonna be like 700 hours.
Howlongtobeat.com, Shadow the Hedgehog. Completionists. I don't think anyone's actually putting down proper things for this. I don't think they're going through all the paths, because it's only saying 20 hours for like, median.
Nobody has bothered to actually go completionist on Shadow the Hedgehog. I remember there was like news that I saw of like one speedrunner that had actually gone through and done like every single exit. I'm pretty sure that they're like the only person who has 100%ed that game. Like the whole brunt of my argument here is that like I do want games like Mario World and like Wind Waker where like it's fun to 100% it. And I want that out of Nintendo again. Like their current design with Breath of the Wild and with Odyssey is that they are very much designing it so that you aren't incentivized to like do all of it at all. Like they specifically like Korok seeds are literally collecting shit, and you get like a golden shit for like completing all of them. I
think that's probably the biggest insult.
They're telling you, like, you are not supposed to complete this game. We are not designing it that way. We're making it so that you have a whole bunch of Korok seeds everywhere so that everybody can find at least a good chunk of Korok seeds. And this is like, just one minor point about why I don't like Breath of the Wild. It's one minor point in a whole pack. We could talk about how degrading equipment isn't really like a fun kind of idea that doesn't actually incentivize you to use different weapons, especially considering there are actually like very few different weapons in Breath of the Wild when you get down to it.
Yeah, which is a shame.
Because you have, like, swords, two-handed weapons, spears, boomerangs. Wands barely count. Wands, honestly, like, they're supposedly a weapon, but they aren't. They really aren't.
They have, like, 3 different elements and then 2 tiers.
And you got bows. And you switch between all those, and it's very low weapon variety for making this mechanic that is supposed to make it to where, oh, you're using a different weapon all the time. But are you? Is it a different weapon, or does it just have, like, slightly different stats? Because it has the same play style, it has the same animation. That's fair, Courier. And I'm glad that you enjoyed it. But Breath of the Wild for me is on the opposite end, where Breath of the Wild is the only game that I've ever refunded. No, not the only game that I've ever refunded. It's the only Zelda game that I've ever refunded. It's the only Zelda game that I did not enjoy to the degree that I just wanted my money back. Whereas I've been completely chill with, like, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Well, not completely chill with Majora's Mask, but that's a story for another time. Completely chill with Wind Waker. What other games Zelda games I play? Link to the Past.
Minish Cap?
Like I said, I have not actually played Minish Cap.
4 Swords.
4 Swords Adventures. Oh, fuck yeah.
That was good. That was amazing.
Oh, 4 Swords Adventures is awesome. I almost should, like, replay that one sometime soon, honestly. Like, I've only played 4 Swords Adventures for, like, maybe, like, 10 hours. And those 10 hours for me were, like, a lot funner than the 15 hours or whatever that I spent in Breath of the Wild. Because I enjoyed the quality of them more.
Yeah.
And the mechanics more. The gimmicks more, the switching between like different links and having like this out of body experience and like throwing the different links like across pits to like reach switches.
Use, like, formations to reach certain places and stuff.
Oh, Four Swords Adventures was really good. On the worst console for it, or maybe the best console depending on your viewpoint.
There is a very strange point that I want to make here, is that it wasn't one console if you wanted to use all of the features of that game.
Yeah, you got the link cable and you got like the GBA stuff going on, which was very strange indeed.
Yeah.
And that was very like tacked on. Although, I mean, you could play that game like 4-player and have a jolly good time, but the amount of like hardware and the amount of money that you need to put into that just to play one game is nutty. I always tell this story, but there's like a Let's Play that Super Genius did of 4 Swords Adventures, where he actually like went through the trouble of getting like 4 link cables, 4 GBAs. They hooked it up to a Wii, and they had like 4 capture cards. The setup was so nutty just to do a Let's Play properly of Four Swords Adventures and get all the viewpoints and all the camera views to put in the video.
My goodness. Yeah, Davey, I had Triforce Heroes. In fact, I still have Triforce Heroes. But I am such a distance away that I'm not sure I'd be able to actually play.
Oh, I can bring up that I didn't like A Link Between Worlds. I actually didn't buy that game. I was lent that game by a friend. And I didn't really get that far in it. That one was one that I found very boring as well. Which was a little bit sad.
It did take a very weird turn with its equipment gimmick, I'll admit.
Yeah, did not like the equipment gimmick at all. Link Between Worlds, I wanted that to be good because I love Link to the Past. But, kind of a boring game, honestly. Kind of a boring game. For my dollar, for my time. There's the thing that you can do after you complete the game. You can go kill all the big monsters and get medallions? Which game? Breath of the Wild?
The description of this sounds very similar to what you can do in Final Fantasy XIV, actually. Granted, that's an MMO, so it's entirely different.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Ah! No. Damn it. Alright, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. Try and keep some of my gamer pride. Wendy's Castle, huh?
Something to note, because Mario Maker did not port this over, but you can spin jump on the saws.
Yes, that I know. I do remember, I remember, Mario World mechanics more than I remember Mario Maker mechanics, just because I played this so much as a kid. Although getting the muscle memory there is a little bit of a hard time after being away from this game for so long.
Corey has clarified that they were, in fact, talking about Breath of the Wild. I do have to say something, though. There were, some additions in terms of the bestiary that I am really happy to see back. For one, the Lionels are back.
Where did those come from?
Lionels were in the original Zelda. They were in Link to the Past in Death Mountain in the Dark World.
Wait. Oh, those were the... Huh. No, I can't get it in my head. I remember, ogres, but I don't remember Lionels.
Okay, give me a moment. I will put some images in chat. Again, don't have to worry about this until after stream.
I'll probably look at that one, honestly. Just because I'm extremely curious where Lionels were in Link to the Past. Because, I decently remember that game. I decently remember, the Dark World. And also just, something to note about my general distaste of Breath of the Wild. I got a little bit of that ADHD going on, yo. So,
Okay, it's in chat.
So, a game that very, very specifically, goes against that ADHD and, is this thing that goes for, 300 hours. Maybe I won't, just on, a mental basis. I don't know. Just spitballing here. There's all kinds of different ways that you can experience games and all kinds of ways that, different people experience games. So it's something interesting to keep in mind. Alright, Wendy, let's go. Which monsters do I help come back in Breath of the Wild 2? Which monsters do I even care about in,
I would like to see the dongos.
Were frickin'... the guys that are, like, all over, like, Ocarina of Time and,
Octoroks?
And no, not Octorok. Octorok, I very much know are in Breath of the Wild. That are in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and there's like there's even like the encampment that has all of them.
Deku Scrubs.
Deku Scrubs. Were Deku Scrubs like in Breath of the Wild? I think that they kind of
believe so. I think they had the business scrubs.
Business Scrubs. Honestly, let me just do like a quick check here for like Zelda enemies.
No, I just googled business scrub Breath of the Wild. It has not come up with anything. Maybe not.
Zelda monsters. Sometimes I just need like visual images to remember stuff instead of like hearing about stuff. Okay, so the problem with like Zelda monsters and putting that in is that I see that everything that's in Breath of the Wild. So that's not helpful for having like new creatures come in. Were Zora? No, of course Zora were in Breath of the Wild. What the fuck am I talking about? I don't know. Everything that I care about is mostly in Breath of the Wild, I think. Like, I've got like Tektites on my mind, but I don't care about Tektites. They can be in the game or not be in the game for all I care. Yeah, I kind of
Tektites are an odd one, yeah.
I kind of don't have any special love for any Zelda monsters, I'm going to be honest. At least as far as, like...
Armos.
Being like, oh, I want that in the game. I'm okay with whatever Nintendo does as far as, like, monsters are concerned.
I have just had a massive fear.
Although I do think that they need to raise the enemy variety. Like, quite substantially.
Watch, I've just realized something terrifying.
What's up?
They don't have likes.
That's okay. Nobody
that's very much okay. Nobody wants them because that will be absolutely horrendous in a game where your equipment is very much limited. But Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out.
Okay, you're putting this in general. Yeah, likes could be in Breath of the Wild 2, and that would be awful, but that would be the perfect thing to do for a game that's supposed to be scarier. Yo! Okay, here's what I want in Breath of the Wild 2. Considering that we saw, like, dehydrated Ganon, I want Redeads!
Redeads. Heck yeah.
Okay, so that's what a Taurus is.
Wallmasters.
And those are Lionels in Link to the Past. I do not remember that.
Okay,
It's totally fine. I don't remember it. Don't worry about it. What are the Tektites? Tektites are the spiders in, like, Ocarina of Time that, like, just fall in your head in, like, Death Mountain. They're basically just, like, Zelda spiders.
I mean, the Skulltulas were a spider. The Tektites seem to be more like...
giant spiders.
You know, I can't actually think of anything other that they could be, given that their original iteration was weird blue block with 2 legs and an eye.
Like, you got the Skulltulas, but you've also got the Tektites, and they're, like, completely different, but I feel like they're also the same. They're still based on, like, they're both based on spiders, but in different ways. His Tektites are, like, a farther distance away from frickin' spiders. Whereas Skulltulas are like, oh yeah, it's a spider. It's just like a very big spider.
Oh boy, Davies just brought up the Minish, and I kind of do want the Minish, but there's a problem. Minish can only be seen by children.
Damn. Isn't there like a green orb down here? It's like one of the very few green orbs in the game.
Yes.
Many spike balls! Handle it! Okay, what are the Minish?
The Minish are basically tiny, tiny elves. Like, we're talking microscopic to the point that, like, under normal circumstances, adults can't see them.
Interesting.
The plot of Minish Cap is that there was a Minish wizard called Eslo who made a hat so that, you know, people could move between Minish and regular size Hyrule at will. Except then Vati came along and was like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if you were now the hat? Lol, fuck you. Yeah, and then Link ends up with the hat.
I do remember that. I remember, like, that's the thing that you always see about Minish Cap first is, like, the cover art with, like, the alive hat.
Yeah.
How was the hat's character, by the way? Was the hat's character actually, like, interesting? It's, like, basically a tutorial character, right?
Yeah, but in other... I mean...
It's more enjoyable.
Character is very, very strange in that it does have a personality, and the personality is kind of an asshole. The guy hides an egg in your hair, and then it spoils.
I could kind of have fun with that, I think. just hearing about that, I think I would be down for that for a tutorial character. Maybe my opinion would change, like, actually playing the game, but right now, the hat's okay in my book.
The hat is cool.
Yeah, I kind of sat down to play Minish Cap, and I just got a little bit bored. Because it's that thing that always happens with Zelda games, where like the beginning is awful, just dreadful.
I mean, it's a very Chrono Trigger sort of beginning. Like, in more ways than one. You end up walking around town with the princess, there's some big celebration thing going on, and then suddenly shit hits the fan. I mean, you say that Navi wasn't really an enjoyable character. Like, maybe not enjoyable, but certainly not as annoying as the community makes them out to be.
I'm not happy with Navi. Navi is definitely a misstep as far as I'm concerned. Like, definitely not.
I will say,
you know,
Tattle was definitely an improvement, as opposed to, hey, listen, you had jingles and stuff.
Yeah, you had, like, the, just in general, like, the tutorial nature of the tutorial creature of Majora's Mask was better done. Especially in that it had an actual personality and an actual story of, like, their brother getting kidnapped.
I forget whether Tail was actually a brother or not, but okay.
Sibling.
I don't know. That's the thing, is I can't remember that.
No. I know for absolute certain that they were siblings. I just forget which gender was which.
Okay, if you want someone who actually was, at first, kind of an asshole, then Midna was definitely filling that spot.
Oh, I love Midna's character, but Twilight Princess was another one where I got boring in the beginning. Twilight Princess, yeah. I think everybody agrees on this one. Twilight Princess has an awful opening. But it's like a great game if you can get past. Where did it start
going downhill, I wonder? Because this is now quite a few.
Yeah. They definitely have a bad tutorial for, like, most of them. I would actually say... So the one thing about it is that the tutorial Breath of the Wild is actually pretty good. It kind of broke the cycle, as far as I'm concerned, of bad tutorials. Where, like, there's not, like, a shit ton of dialogue, there's not a whole bunch of exposition. You actually get, like, some really good gameplay, like, very soon into Breath of the Wild. Respectable. Yeah. Very respectable.
It's just a shame that it doesn't really evolve past that.
Yeah. Like... I think it's... Like, your first, like, 5 hours of Breath of the Wild are actually pretty damn good. When you're discovering mechanics and messing around with stuff and everything's like... Like, just, like, the tutorial island of Breath of the Wild. It's like very tight and focused. I almost liked that more than the actual game. I liked the tutorial more than the actual game. That's what we're talking about here.
That is perhaps the biggest insult that you could give to a game. The tutorial was better than their game. That would sting. A developer hearing that would actually commit seppuku. I'd hand them the katana. That was mean.
I gotta get past the tutorial of Twilight Princess sometime. I really do, because I really think that based on what I've seen of that game, I actually would enjoy it past the tutorial. The tutorial just sucks.
The cloud people, oh my gosh. No. Boy, that temple was hell.
This feels like something that's just barely doable, by the way, this entire level.
Yeah. It does feel like being big here is more of a detriment than a help.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about the big part. Ugh, screw you, Mole. You just had to have the last laugh. Something I really hated about Breath of the Wild, and this is very a me experience, and it might even be that I missed something or I skipped some piece of dialogue, but I felt like the game didn't teach me how to cook. And I felt like that was a really big oversight, because for the longest time I kept on waiting for it to show me the tutorial for how to cook. And then eventually I just had to figure it out myself, but I didn't understand how to put stuff in my hands and then cook it. I just kept on going up to pots and being I can cook now, right? Nope. And then just not seeing any kind of dialogue for it. It was just an interesting UX design flaw.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't know if I missed some kind of cooking tutorial somewhere. And if it was just a me thing, so I won't fully knock Breath of the Wild on that point. It made my playthrough ever so slightly worse, just all on its own. What the fuck?
The moles do indeed have sunglasses on, and that is radical.
Tubular, even. Uh-oh. Ha. Okay. Super Mario World has excellent graphics. It just goes without saying that all the enemies of Mario World are really cool. Even if Miyamoto hates them nowadays and deems them non-canon, for every single one of them being a uniquely Mario World enemy. Galoombas are not allowed to exist because Goombas exist. That is what Miyamoto says.
And then he sticks them in Mario Maker. Oh.
Because he's not in Mario Maker. Miyamoto is not in charge of Mario Maker, which is why it was allowed to contain Mario World. It is very much a big thing, and you can very much see this in the game, that Mario Maker is designed by fans. It is not a Miyamoto game. Whereas Miyamoto oversaw New Super Mario Bros. And New Super Mario Bros. Is what Miyamoto feels like Mario should be like. And I very much disagree, Mr. Miyamoto. I respect what you've done, but I don't like you touching Mario nowadays, honestly.
I'll be fair, I am the same with the guy that makes Metroid.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Apparently Metroid Prime is not canon. Excuse me? Fuck off.
Yeah, Metroid and Sonic kind of have this thing going on where they gotta try and appease both sides of the fan base. And sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't. Well, honestly, both of those companies have done pretty decent at dealing with the fan bases for both. We've gotten classic Sonic, we've gotten classic Metroid. We've got Metroid Prime coming. We've always got modern Sonic games coming. Thank God for that light platform. There's a village where you talk to an odd lady next to the pot and she teaches you the cooking. I didn't catch that tutorial. Like, if it wasn't on the plateau, then I think that was a mistake, not having, like, the cooking tutorial on the plateau. Because once you're past the plateau, then it's a complete crapshoot if you'll experience something or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of like the whole thing about Breath of the Wild. Like, I think that's a huge part of why the game kind of
fell on its side for you?
Yeah, it fell on its side for me, because, like...
How do you have any guarantee past the tutorial island if, you know, your game is that open? That anyone's going to see anything that you want them to see when you need them to see it?
You basically, like... After you've gotten past the tutorial island, then that's all the game can evolve on. Like, they just consider it like they've taught you everything that you need to do there. There is nothing else that you're gonna have to learn past that point. So they can't, like, expand upon anything. It's I don't know.
I think the one issue with it is that they produced a lot of this stuff that you missed in the trailers and stuff and the pre-launch footage. And they to have the expectation that people are going to see that before playing the game is honestly a marketing failure.
I kind of don't feel like dealing with that one, honestly.
Should I just step back?
Oh, what?
Oh, you were talking about that. Okay.
Yeah, I was talking about the game. I was actually talking about the game.
I thought that was a response to what I said. Never mind. Oh, that's an interesting secret exit. Right next to the end.
Now to do the regular exit. Heyo. Yeah, I'm gonna try and stop talking about Breath of the Wild. I just make this mistake, like, all the time of talking about, like, Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild and just talking about how much I hate them. It's, like, really retreading, like, the same ground, I feel like, at a certain point. Good job, Yoshi. God damn, I can't believe you survived that. I have a question. What's up?
You're in a cave right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's twinkling in the background?
Diamonds.
Okay, that's a good point. So how are they twinkling? Where's the light coming from?
They're just twinkling. Don't question, just consume.
Kind of like how the mountains have eyes and they, you know, frequently just look around the place. That's totally fine.
Exactly. Yeah, I kind of just gotta deal with the intricacies and oddities and just accept that it's Mario World. It is video game. I gotta say, this is like the worst, like, secret exit versus normal exit in the entire game, I think.
Yes. Do the level again, with Yoshi.
You're just doing the same thing, yo. I guess that is the thing, is that, like, I actually did, like, the secret exit first, so it especially feels bad for me, whereas somebody else, they would do, like, the regular exit, and they'd be like, oh, I gotta bring Yoshi back. But even then, I don't know. I don't like it. I think it's boring. As, like, double course design.
In fairness, didn't Donut Plains have the same thing with its first level? You just, you know, gotta be there with a switch or with a cape at the end or whatever else.
Well, it's acceptable in, like, the beginning of the game, I think. Semi-acceptable. I don't know. The light from your cameraman liked you.
Yeah, it's the red blinking dot on the camera.
Nintendo doesn't know that you can do a super jump. Nintendo doesn't know that you can do a super jump. They didn't think about it, so I can just hang up here and just diddle around. And completely get away with it. Let me see. Go up.
Are you still hearing a clackety-clack? Oh, okay, yeah, it's back now.
Yes. I'm very
I was terrified that was like, you know, that had gone off screen or something.
And it just like despawned. Yeah, that's definitely a worry with games like this. But no, it's designed to definitely like go off screen and be able to like still be there. One of the very few games, I think, one of the very few things in this game that is designed that way, that it can go off screen and still be there and doing its thing.
Davey, Mario 2 doesn't exist, you know, because it's not in Mario Maker.
What's Davey saying about Mario 2?
This isn't Mario 2, you can't super jump.
I guess I would call it like the peak of the jump, if we wanted to be like pedantic about it. Fuck? Okay, I have need of your services, Magic Koopa.
Oh boy, the Magic Koopa wall. Gameplay.
It's kind of okay. It's like a single thing to do. Wouldn't want to see it like too often, but as like a one-off obstacle, sure. Okay, never mind. Fuck you, Nintendo. Perfect timing. Perfect. I was expecting it to, like, explode upon the surface there. Nope, nope. Fuck you, Magic Koopa. Yeah, this is rewind the stream. Once you do it once, you can't stop doing it. It's a gateway drug, man! God damn it! I hate everything.
Just so you know, you aren't big, so you can spin jump here.
Oh my god, it is actually so hard to get through this freaking corridor. There's actually like a shit ton going on. Giving me a cape without even a progressive power-up.
They recognize how difficult the last hallway was.
Good boss. Really good boss.
I like how it's a revisit to the first one, but with potobos.
Courier. Courier. You don't know what you're talking about? I don't. I have a great many criticisms to say about Rain World. I made an entire video about my criticisms of Rain World. It is not a game that I think is without fault. And in fact, I'm very frustrated with a lot of stuff that Rain World did. I think that criticism is okay. I think that criticism is a force for good.
Hey.
What's up?
The moose! I'm sorry.
Huh?
The moose. Rainworld's moose.
Oh, the rabbit walkers. Or deer mice, as I first called them. What to do now? What to do now? What
other stuff is there to do?
I'm wondering what my percentage is, just for the fun of it. $70. It's like 70 exits and not 70%, right? Because like there's like 120 exits in Mario World.
Nope, 96.
96, interesting. So we've got 26 more to go.
120 was the stars in Mario 64, right?
Yes.
Oh, now I remember. You did absolutely nothing in the Forest of Illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We've still got to do like the second Star World, Tubular World. What the fuck is the like second Star World called? It's like a title.
The Special Zone.
Special Zone. Interesting. Yeah.
I would call it the Special Zone, or Secret Zone, or some kind of variation of that.
We very much still need to do like Special Zone. I'm really looking forward to doing Special Zone, honestly, considering that's the like apparently like the hardest part of the game.
Yeah.
It's like Star Zone and Special World, right? That's like the distinction between the two.
Sorry, I kind of got distracted there. What?
Special Zone and Star World, that's like the distinction between the two?
Yep.
Why didn't you stop, you pesky boo? Now here, you very much want to spin jump. A jump! A jumpy jump.
What are you doing?
Vinnyism. That's a good old Vinnyism for you.
I'll need to actually look into Vinny's stuff then, if this is the kind of quality content that he's putting out these days.
What is my favorite game? Either Iconoclast or Journey. I actually think that there's very little that could be done to well, no, there's stuff that you can do to make Iconoclast better. there's an entire world there's an entire zone that you can take out of Iconoclast to make it better.
The Tower of Absolute Boredom.
The Tower of Absolute Boredom. But Journey is a perfect game. There is absolutely like nothing that you can do to make Journey a better game than it already is.
Release it on another platform.
I mean, they did.
Shit. What platform?
Epic.
Release it on another platform!
I'm just whiling away my hours, honestly. Once Journey comes on Steam, after like the exclusivity period is over, I'll buy it and I will enjoy it. Damn it. Almost perfect.
Oh, how did you mess that up?
I'm silly, and I'm also only half paying attention, honestly. Lives don't matter.
6 lives though, not bad.
But yeah, I got like a top 10 game list of games that I've just like kind of figured out for myself, honestly, over time. So you got like Sonic Mania on there, you got Worms Armageddon, Towerfall. All games I absolutely enjoy, and I'm very willing to like criticize most of them, honestly. There is no perfect game, and there is always like room for improvement.
Question.
What's up?
What's your opinion of Brawlhalla now? Has that changed lately, or...?
Still a great game, I just, can't play it anymore because of Carpal Tunnel. I shouldn't play it anymore. That was the game that gave me Carpal Tunnel, yo.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Like, the story is that I was going, like, way too hard on 100%ing Brawlhalla, and I gave myself Carpal Tunnel because my wrist started to hurt, and I didn't fucking stop because I'm a moron. I just, like, was seeking that 100%, I was getting, like, very, very close to, like, getting all the achievements for the game, and I just kept on going, like, a stupid asshole.
I'm not sure what to say. I am so sorry.
It's self-inflicted, you know? It's just my own idiocy. But Brawlhalla and Paladins, both of them, like, these massive, like, ongoing multiplayer games with, like, companies that are, like, actively updating them still to this day. And I think they're both cool. If you know it, what's the secret exit of this level?
Let's have a look at this level. What is it? Oh, I don't know.
This is the final level before you leave the forest. And it's the path to, like, the Rexor Temple on the left side of the island.
I would say try going in pipes, but other than that, I have no idea. Or the cloud, sure.
I don't know if this will be it, honestly. I'll do, like, one little check to, like, check the sky. But I think you're right, I think it will be pipes. Yeah, it's gotta be pipes. Pipe checking! Hello, water level. Out of nowhere. Oh, and Freedom Planet. Freedom Planet is also on my top 10 list, by the way.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the sequel.
What the fuck? Did I? I had to miss it there. It's gotta be like... Wait. Or is it here? Yes, there we go. It was right in front of me the entire time. Oh, thank God, just one exit. Love it. It's an auto-scroller, hate it.
Oh my gosh, no. It's this thing. I have bad memories.
Doesn't seem that bad. Might want to play Little Devil Inside. It doesn't have a date that it's coming out. You might have to wait a bit, so yeah, there's what you can do with up to 3 people. Little Devil Inside. Haven't heard of it. I'll be sure to look it up after the stream.
Up to 3 people. Very Secret of Mana style multiplayer there.
3 people is a semi-common player count, even besides Secret of Mana. I guess Secret of Mana
say
did.
That, but it's very hard for me to think of any other game. Okay, no, Triforce Heroes.
I was about to say.
But that and Secret of Mana seem to be the only ones that I can think of.
Yeah, the speed of the scrolling on this one is definitely very, very strange, Davey. That's like just having a scrolling, like, screen on, like, a play. Just trying to go fast as possible with it. As far as multiplayer, I did hear... So, like, out of Tokyo Game Show, there was a small little trailer that came out that I am interested in that is multiplayer, and that is Little Nightmares 2.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, because that Little Nightmares 1 was pretty damn good.
Little Nightmares 1 was, like, it was decent. I think, like, my thoughts on it at the time were, like, middling, but my thoughts have only like, gone up after the fact. Granted, I think it's a better game to, like, watch than to, like
yeah, it's
play.
definitely very viewer-friendly, that one.
It's an experience more than it is, like, a really, like, gameplay-heavy game. Which I normally don't like those. I was, like, a frame away from dying there, by the way. Oh my god, that stopper right above the door, cheeky. Extremely cheeky. But yeah, so Little Nightmares 2, I watched the trailer on it, it's got co-op. They're doing like the Unraveled thing, where they're making the sequel have co-op as like the killer feature.
Yeah.
I should have known that was going to happen. Ugh, we'll deal with it. Interesting. I find myself curious what's beyond the door.
Another door?
Secret exit of some kind? For the cape? Interesting.
I will say, fortresses generally do not have secret exits because you can only go in them once.
Huh. Maybe just for some goodies, maybe it's nothing? I find myself really curious what was beyond that.
Well, if you hold L and R and then press the A button to go into the level.
I think I'm good. I don't exactly like need my curiosity sated. I was like really thinking about like picking up some capes and going back, but I'm good. All right. Is there anything else that we need? Did we get all the switch palaces that we need to get into the the super special world?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I'm pretty certain you have red. I watched you get blue.
It was some one-ups.
Green and yellow were definitely done.
Okay. So what's the secret exit here? Isn't it going, like, to the right, if I recall correctly?
I think so, yeah.
Well, you know what time it is.
The right time?
Rewind time. You can even find order players in the world to help you with things that you want to do, so it's more of a survival game. So when the game comes out, I think I could do a stream. Little devil inside. Alright, so, like, isn't it, like, a secret exit of this level? At the bottom?
Yes. However, you still have not done the regular exit of the left level. Whether or not you care about that is up to you.
Sure, why not?
It's entirely up to you.
Just to make sure that I don't, like, forget it. Alright, time for an hour of drilling down. Real good game design, Nintendo. Good job. Gold star. Imagine the frustration of going after the dragon coins. Going for, like, a fully complete, like, dragon coin run. And getting to this level. Where you kind of just need to guess and memorize.
As you said, good game design, Nintendo.
And Raocow, of course, did that once, because I vaguely recall him doing an all-dragon coin run.
It just occurred to me. There's Koopas in this level. You can lose your mushroom.
Good stuff. I mean, it's late game. They're kind of allowed to put in some, could be a little bit cheap. You could view it as a little bit cheap, but they're allowed to be a little bit hard about it. And it's a special world.
True.
Alright, cool.
Oh boy, we have someone here saying that Denuvo checks for user input outside the game.
Huh?
Denuvo is checking for user input outside of the game.
So it is a keylogger. And you're talking about Borderlands 3 with this. You kind of gotta specify for the stream.
Yeah.
So, like, we've been talking about, like, Borderlands 3, and there's been all this talk about, like, Denuvo being implemented, and, like, what exactly that means, and all this kind of stuff, and the possibility that there's, like, a keylogger in it, and we're just, like... Me and Hilo have just been talking about that because we're interested in what's exactly going on there. So do I need the cape to get up there? Probably.
Yeah, you are gonna need to cape up. I was gonna be, like, evasive about how, but realizing that, you know, this one is a particularly kind of idea.
I could try and see about, like... I'll probably just, like, do it again. I'll just, like, go right back into the level. And where I got a mushroom from before, I'll probably get a cape from next time. Or a blue Yoshi, good point. Isn't there, like, a
Blue
real...
Yoshi.
Isn't there, like, a really easy blue Yoshi that you got at, like, one of these?
Yeah, top left.
Well. No! Meant to go left. So, like... Just on a personal preference point, Courier, I'm actually kind of on a single-player kick. I'm, like, very much on a single-player kick. Fuck. I kind of want to just give Yoshi that star, because, I mean, yeah. Man, it goes right into his mouth. I just had to, like, get out of the way. I'm always so impatient.
GG.
GG indeed. Yeah, I'm kind of on a, like, a single-player kick. I'm kind of just enjoying playing single-player games, because, you know, there was a time where, like, I was playing, like, a shit ton of online games and kind of hated myself.
You can start select to bring Yoshi out, by the way.
Really? Yoshi will come with me. Yoshi will come with me. Okay. I knew about the start and select thing, but I thought that, like, I would need to, like, complete the level to have Yoshi come with me.
Yeah. It remembers your state. It's nice like that.
Blue Yoshis are amazing. I wish yellow Yoshis did something better. Just having them
My
be
name
like...
is Yellow Yoshi. Cool, what's your gimmick?
Oh. You know what time it is. It's rewind time.
Aww.
Goodbye, Yoshi. This is kind of weird. It's got those stones there.
Yeah, it's to make sure that you aren't caping your way through this.
Interesting. The one time that Nintendo actually implemented a check to make sure you couldn't cape through the level. It's gnarly time! Amazing!
Gnarly, dude!
If you have made it this far, beyond lies the special zone. Complete it and you can explore a strange new world. Good luck!
Like how the words special zone have their own line on there. It's that important.
Very few have done it, except a lot of people have done it, but good luck, dude! Imagine a tutorial person that is a surfer. That's the next tutorial creature that we need. We need a surfer.
Funky Kong.
Has he ever been a tutorial character?
I don't know. I don't think so.
He's been an easy mode character. He's been an NPC. Never quite been a tutorial character, though. Easiest dragon coins of my entire life. Find myself concerned. Heyo. So you just got, like, the normal exit to worry about when it comes to these levels, right? I think they're, like, all one exit. And it's kind of cool for that reason.
There are no secret exits here or anything.
Cool. Tubular. Looking forward to the one that is, like, infamous for being, like, the hardest level in Mario World. I think it's this one, ain't it?
Tubular?
Yeah.
It's regarded as such.
You disagree?
I mean, in fairness, the major experience I have with it was seeing it as a secondary level to kind of be used as chat fodder at the end of a Raukau video where he absolutely aced the level, so...
Well, I'm not as good as Raukau. A sad day for me.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Me?
Yeah, I know, right, Davey? It's, Sonic was here.
We're doing this with a small hitbox because we're gonna die anyway. Oh, I needed that so bad. Oh, let's not rewind. I kind of want to try and do this legit. I will try and abstain, as the case may be. This is my challenge for myself. Give me that. What the hell? Okay, that one's not fair. He was off screen, I couldn't tell. It's extremely frustrating that you can't tell, like, which one has pee balloons and which one doesn't.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
This level's bad.
All it is, Borch, is you're just not good.
Oh, god damn it. Did not do it without rewinding. I am not a true gamer, but we already knew that. I've been rewinding this entire time. I am not an epic gamer. Woe is me.
Thank God.
My favorite game is a button masher. Journey? Iconoclast? I am so concerned right now. Huh.
The end of this level feels empty. Oh, no, it's not the end. Okay.
Oh, come on, man. I feel bad. I still feel bad for, like, doing all these rewinds. Ah, hate myself.
One day you'll have to do this game without rewinds.
One day I'll have to do this game without rewinds. I've done it without rewinds plenty. Although I don't know if I 100%ed it when I was a kid. I probably didn't. I especially know that I didn't get to the special zone. Like, I got to, like, Star World, but I did not get to Special World as a kid. Which is impressive in and of itself, honestly, that I did find, like... Fuck you too, Koopa. Gears 5 actually has an option beneficial to those that have, well, issues with button mashing sequences. Ah, yeah. Honestly, like, AAA games are getting better and better about that. Gears 5 and Spider-Man on PS4 both have, like, really, really good accessibility options. Well, honestly, I don't know. I'm only going by, like, what Kitsune said. But Spider-Man especially, like, you can change it to where, like, all of the QuickTime events, like, aren't there. You can make it to where you only have to do holds and you don't need to ever, like, button mash. Really good, like, subtitle options, just like a stand-up job, honestly. I don't know if I'd really, like, be incredibly fond of the game itself, but I admire what they did with, like, the options for Spider-Man.
You want to plat Spider-Man?
I mean, that is a phrase.
I don't think his hair is long enough for that.
No. You can plat Spider-Man because you can get the platinum trophy of PS4 in Spider-Man.
Aww.
But no, David means playing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, tricksy ass mother frickin' Koopas! Terrible Koopas. Throw them all in jail. Oh, god damn it, why do you have a generator here? Give me that frick.
Didn't you know? Generators are fun. It's not a good game if it doesn't have fish everywhere.
What the?
Aw, star power killed you?
Yeah, basically. Wee!
Wow, the generator stopped.
Something that I've always wanted to do, like, a stream of, or, like, some videos on, is friggin' the Sly Cooper games. Because those are definitely some of my favorite games, too.
I haven't seen Sly Cooper before, so that would be interesting.
Oh, God. I feel like a lot of people really did not experience Sly Cooper for whatever reason, which is very sad because it is like an amazing video game. It is like up there with like Mario, freaking Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, Rayman as just like this series of games that just stands like head and shoulders above the rest. Like Sly Cooper is such an amazing series. And I respect it like incredibly for everything that it's done. And it was just incredibly fun. Like it was an incredibly fun, incredibly solid series. And it's just dead now. Because the fourth one really didn't sell that well.
Oh.
The year of the mascot platformers is almost dead. Or should I say decade? Probably decade. Decade is like a decent way of putting it. That's what I think of that. Pokey, 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 other Pokey, Pokey Jr., Pokey Sr. Pro plays! We'll eat our way out of this mess.
I find the Pokey idea really, really weird here, because Pokeys are always 3 high, unless you have a Yoshi with you.
Interesting.
In which case they're always 5 high.
Yeah, Jak and Daxter as well is pretty rare. Jak and Daxter, though, I think there's like a decent reason for why. Because honestly, even as somebody that likes Jak and Daxter, the first Jak and Daxter game I only hear like people do not enjoy like going back to. The second Jak and Daxter game, really, really damn good. The third Jak and Daxter game just doesn't quite hit the mark.
I gotta be fair. I played Jak 2, and honestly loved it. It was a significantly different game to the first one, which I then played afterwards.
Yeah, I think especially if you play them like Jak 2 first and then Jak 1, you're just not gonna have a good time. I don't know if...
It's not that it didn't have a good time. It was okay. It was just a very different game.
Oh, okay, so you actually don't have a negative opinion of Jak 1?
No. No, I mean, what you gotta understand is Jak 1 was very much a sort of... It was basically, try and imagine the character Jak as Crash Bandicoot.
Hmm.
And then, then there was Jak 2 came out, and it was basically, imagine that, but now it's GTA. I mean, if I'm wrong in that assessment, shoot me in the face. Go for it.
Oh boy, oh boy. That was very interesting. Very interesting turn of events. Fuck you, fish. Oh, it's just a scripted sequence, huh? Yoshi! My friend! Come to me! Sometime after this, probably not immediately, but sometime after this, I do kind of want to also, like, play and potentially, probably not 100%, but definitely, like, play Mario 64. Definitely going back to, like, the classics. Mario 64 is actually something I don't have that much experience with, believe it or not.
I remember having a good time with it. I don't know if the controls have aged well.
Not entirely, but...
I'm not saying that they haven't, I'm just saying I am not experienced enough with it to remember how good they will be on modern controllers.
There's things that you can do to, like, make it better, honestly. I do kind kind of wish that there was a good, like, re-release of Mario 64. Because, like, you've got Mario 64 DS, but it doesn't have analog controls, so it immediately, like, makes it, like, a much worse game.
So you're telling me that the camera is strictly run by Lakitu and no input on your end?
The thing with it is that, like, on the DS, you didn't have a analog stick. You only had a D-pad. So they actually designed Mario 64 DS just for the D-pad. And a little bit for the screen, but nobody used the screen. And you can't really, like, apparently, like, the hacks, like, use the screen, but just for the sake of, like, playing it officially, nobody used the screen. And I mean, like, that's just, like, not an analog control to begin with. So, like, you could just use the D-pad, which means only 4 directions, and you can't, like, decide whether you want to run or walk. It's just always one speed. At least I think so. Like, I watched, like, a video on the topic, but I forget, like, all of the criticisms for Mario 64 DS, but it's definitely, like, not the best way to play that game, and everybody just plays it on 64. So I do wish that there was, like, a good, like, just put it on Switch. It'll sell like hotcakes, you know? Just remaster it, like, a tiny bit, maybe get rid of, like, the invisible wall bullshit. This is silly. Oh, this is silly. That's why I think of that. Got myself out of this without rewinds. Hell yeah, motherfucker.
The watch actually has skill. Who knew? That was rather mean on my end. I apologize.
I'm gonna leave you behind, Yoshi. You were much appreciated, but your service is at its end. Well, actually, you can run free. I didn't have to sacrifice the Yoshi there. Yoshi is alive and well. What the fuck are you doing? Oh god! Ambush! No, Yoshi! Aye. These are some awesome levels, Jesus. Can't believe I missed out on this as a kid. Then again, I very much can, because you have to put so much effort into getting into this world. And you can't cheese it. Oh! I hope you all understand.
But I don't understand.
The only thing to understand is that Warch is a wuss, who is not a real gamer.
Wuss.
Oh god, and dying like right before the exit. Yeah, we ain't doing that. Oh. Yeah, so like Davey, like DS, Mario 64 DS definitely has like a really, really nice amount of like content. It's just that the controls were gimped. So if they could like take the extra content from the DS and then put it into like some analog controls for a Switch re-release, that'd be amazing. That would be awesome, because I really do feel like that there is no like ideal release of Mario 64, even in the ROM hacking community. Although they are like kind of working. There's actually like this native PC port that's being worked on for Mario 64. And that would be very cool if that ever comes to fruition. Like, we're not talking about an emulator. We are talking about like they decompiled the game and they're working on a native PC port of Mario 64. Which is absolutely incredible, and I wish them the best of luck, and I hope they don't get C&D'd before it like actually releases. Alright, what you got here, Kitsune? Today on Steam Forum, there's a guy complaining about how Talisman Digital Edition is buggy to no end and cites a number of instances of the game actually behaving correctly as bugs. How do I know he's in it? Because he literally thinks that calling Rand directly is a good PRNG. Spoilers, it's not for a number of reasons, and he claims that playing video games for 40 years means he knows a lot about the video game industry. Yeah, gamers can be dumb about stuff like that. Really, like, the whole thing is, like, you can play games as much as you want and play, like, a shit ton of games. But at the end of the day, you don't know how to make a video game.
Hang on. 40 years of video game experience?
Like, video games have been around for 40 years. He's probably, like, you know, blowing up the number, but they've been around.
So this middle-aged fuck is telling us that this game is bad?
Back in his day, we were happy with the character being 3 pixels tall. And we liked it!
Back in my day, we had E.T.
On the Atari. And we liked it because we had to rent it. And there was no other game to play for the weekend. So we toiled away. And we dealt with the horrendous hitboxes. And by golly gosh, we liked it.
Did you ever beat it, though?
No, but that's beside the point.
You call yourself a gamer and you haven't beat E.T. Get out.
You can only get your gamer cred when you've been an ET. Speed ran it, in fact. The only true gamer is the world record holder for ET on the Atari. Yeah, the way that Mario 64 DS starts is crazy. Like, you're just expecting, like, Mario to pop out of the pipe and then Yoshi pops out and it's like, what? What are you doing here? Why am I playing as you? Where is Mario? How do I even get this frickin' Yoshi? I can't. Like, there's no way. Is this like, it's just here to taunt me. I would have to, like, have that jumping Koopa. Possibly. To even have a chance. Being fancy with our moves here. Oh, lots of mumbo jumbo that I do not understand in the slightest, Kitsune. But I'm glad you're having fun. Hey. You stop. He summons a generator. What a guy.
By the way, when Chuck is running left to right, do you see the little blue pixels in his sleeve?
I do not. Let me see, let's check this out. Oh, he's not gonna run. You jerk. $69, baby. Alright. How dare you? Hoping that the exit is soon to be around here. God, life. Don't need life. I need the exit. Please be beyond here.
You got this.
You are a super player. I'm not, man. I rewound my way here. I don't deserve congratulations.
You are a rewinder.
Oh. Imagine if the game detected that. Oh, that'd be awesome. Or that's like a modern indie game kind of thing. Detecting if you cheated. Hey, everything's weird now.
Yep. We now get to Autumn Mushroom Kingdom.
I have never seen this. Like, I've seen it in, like, video. I have not seen it, like, with my own eyes. All these weird Koopas, man.
I always found them, like, incredibly weird. Like, what even is that shell now? It's not even a shell anymore. It's like a head.
It's a Mario head, yeah. It's like a hollowed out Mario head.
Wow, where did they get that? Mario's not dead.
Isn't there something that turns into a jack-o'-lantern too? Like, I think it's the piranha plant.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta see that.
The bullet bills have changed as well.
Oh, what are they?
The birds. Crows.
Interesting. What's a good level for a bullet bill?
I don't know.
Oh,
One of the Bowser ones?
Oh, let's go to the generator level. I got this. No problem. Here. Vanilla Dome 3. Nope, not this one. Next one. Vanilla Dome 4. There we go. Oh, I remember these guys now from Mario Hacks. Okay. Weird, especially weird with like zero animation.
Yeah.
Some enemies have special behavior after completing Special World. Cool.
Changed behavior? In what way? I'd like to know.
I gotta do the secret exit for that level too, now that I think about it. For now though, you know what? Let's go ahead and complete the game. Well, let's go ahead and beat Bowser. Now feels like a decent time to do it. Especially before we get too tired to do more game.
Yeah, it's probably best. So, how are you going to do this? Are you going to do this through the main entrance of Bowser's Castle or the back entrance?
Main entrance. We go in like heroes.
Indeed.
Oh boy. Okay, so here's the challenge for myself. No rewinds, small Mario the entire time.
Oh boy, here we go. I'm gonna hold you to that now.
You got it.
Don't worry about it, Davey. He has made clear that he does want to 100% this, so he will be going back and unlocking that.
Yeah, I know about that one, honestly. I forget the exact method for how to get top secret area, but I do know of its existence. Oh, I got a mushroom. Yell me if I get another mushroom. Hey. See, stopping my behavior, it's gonna be another thing entirely, because I can say, oh yeah, small Mario the entire time, but when I see a mushroom, I want to get a mushroom.
Yeah, I can understand that.
It's instinct. So, yeah, let's see about stopping that instinct. And you know what? No light. Which might suck for the YouTube stream. Just keep on piling on challenge after challenge. Mild challenge after challenge. You know, it's nothing too hard.
And I can't touch the floor.
The floor is lava.
Oh no, but I have to touch a single pixel of the lava.
Alright, let's go, Bowser. You slide dog. It's Bowser! No, it's not. This is like the greatest like 10-second like sound loop of all time, by the way. The Bowser theme in Super Mario World. So good.
They tried doing a similar thing with the intro music to the Ganon fight in Ocarina of Time, and it just ruins it.
Mario, help! I don't need your help! I can do this on my own! I'm beating Bowser just for the pleasure of it! The sport of it! Damn it. Come on, give me more. Not that! Come on, you scallywag. Toss some more Mecha Koopas. Mecha Koopas need to be, like, a thing. They're a very, very interesting enemy.
They are. They physically can't die unless you spin jump on them. So that's something. I don't think you can do that in things prior to Mario World, though. So if Mario Maker was to use those, I wonder how that'd work. I suppose in the same way that Dry Bones do.
Help! I will, I guess. I kind of have to.
I vaguely remember Phase 3 being whoa.
Phase 3 is very woe. But it's woe that I'm well aware of, so... Heyo!
You did it?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
My gamer cred restored.
One life to the Bowser Castle. A very un-PG thing? In what way? Thank you for rescuing me, Mario. Except I didn't want to be rescued. I came here of my own accord. Leave me and Bowser in peace.
Nah, it would be worse than that. Peach said fuck! Let Peach say fuck! Let Peach say fuck! Get top secret, you get all other exits in all 3 save slots, then get a game over with Luigi 5 times in a row without Mario getting a game over. Just push the truck. All you gotta do is push the truck, and you get Mew. It's easy.
Sorry, my attention's a little bit split now.
Totally fine. This was fun to do. Very, very fun to do. Mario World is always fun to go back to.
Gosh, when was the last time I played Mario World? Too heckin' long ago.
Might want to change that. You got Nintendo Switch Online, don't you?
No.
Really?
I have not got the online.
I'm impressed.
Are you, though? Or are you disappointed?
Impressed. There's a lot of reasons to grab Nintendo Switch Online for like the average like Nintendo Switch player. Even if you just want to like, you know, play online or have cloud saves or access like the SNES games or Tetris 99.
But I can emulate. Actually, I have a very, very serious question.
What's up?
Apart from the money argument, is there a major reason why I should not emulate as opposed to regular, you know, buying the game? At least in this case. I mean, I know that it's got to be strictly illegal at this point to emulate when they're providing a recent way of getting these games, right?
The only thing is that with that is you know, for the games that they don't include.
True.
And if ever, like, they're just better on like the original console for whatever reason, which they're always like decently good about their emulation quality. I will say that I got some slowdown during this that I was very curious about, but I mean, playing on emulator, most of the time you don't have to deal with slowdown. The thing about like playing it on emulator is that you've got like a better experience overall. You've got rebindable controls, you've got overclocking at your ability, so you don't have to deal with slowdown. You've got ROM hacks that you can dive into.
I've just realized. Can I ask you to play Star Fox with an overclocked computer?
Yeah?
Do you know why I'm asking this?
Why?
Because the game natively chugs.
Yeah, it natively chugs, and then if you overclock it and make it like a proper frame rate, then it becomes like much harder actually, because they were designing it for the slowdown. That's actually the case with a lot of games. Like Super Ghouls and Ghosts is another one where like you can get away, you can get rid of the slowdown, but you're actually making it harder for yourself because it was designed with that slowdown.
Yeah.
So that'll be the case with a few games. But yeah, you've got overclocking. There's this new thing that somebody figured out where like you can make it to where like Super FX games that use mode, well, not Super FX games, but just games that use mode 7, you can make the background like not pixelated and like a higher rendered resolution. So like you think about like the background of Chrono Trigger on the map. You can make that like a really, really nice looking map using like emulation to make the resolution of that mode 7 much higher. That's just the kind of nutty stuff that you can find on emulation. And Nintendo is being very, very slow to actually like, you know, do anything like that. Like they finally got like rewinds and save states. But you don't get a lot of the other stuff that they've done. Do I have any way of getting out of this screen, or do I have to just like reset?
No, I think that's it. Like at this point, that's it.
So let's go ahead and reset the game. $87 exit so far. 96 you said, right? Let me see, I wonder if I can figure out how to get into top secret area. Is it the ghost house or is it the level on the right?
It's the ghost house.
Yeah, it's the ghost house. Of course, it's the fucking ghost house. Probably like a cape kind of situation. In fact, I'm like 90% sure that it's a cape situation, so let me go grab a cape. just leave my cape, right? Yeah. Of course, I only have the one, so if I lose the one, then we are screwed.
I am gonna have to hop out, unfortunately.
Totally fine. I'm pretty close to ending the stream. Thanks for sticking around, yo. It was real fun having you.
I mean, I'll be honest. Was it? I mean,
yes.
I'm not that great a person. You don't have to say that just to be nice, you know.
Oh my God, Hilo, it was totally fun.
Well, yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later. Have fun, people.
Later, Hilo. Top secret area. Do not enter. Yeah, I can understand why Davey was very confused, because I mean, like, this is like the best way to like get loot for like anything that you would ever need for like taking on like a certain level or whatever. There's a rare quirk in Pilings where in one of the demos the plane may or may not crash. There were two different versions of Pilings, but they have literally the exact same ROM code. The only difference is a revision of one chip. That one chip results in just enough of a difference in math calculations where one version crashes the plane in the demo and the other one doesn't. Interesting. Uses the flawed chip. Interesting. It'll be kind of sad if they decided to use, like, the original version for, like, all ROMs that they put on Nintendo Switch Online. Like, you would think that they would want to have, like, version 1.2, if ever, you know, they make a version 1.2 for any of the ROMs. Which they did for, like, a lot of games. So it's totally possible. Anyway. I think that the rest of this I'll probably complete on my own off stream. Only got like a few levels left to go. Explore 9 worlds and 96 levels of non-stop action. That's kind of a misnomer. It's not 96 levels, it's 96 exits. But hey, who am I to judge at this point 20 years later? God, I wish that we had the Super Famicom covers, like, as an option. Most of the Nintendo covers for, like, you know, like, their games were really good. But I know for a fact that, like, this... Just looking at Demon's Crest, I'm gonna look this up right now. Demon's Crest has got to have a better cover for, like, the Super Famicom version. Because that's the exact kind of game where they make, like, the cover and they're like, oh yeah, make it ugly for the US release. Demon's Crest. Super Famicom. Cover. The Super Famicom cover for Demon's Crest is Demon's Blazon. And indeed, it looks better. From afar. I'm trying to find like a good like view of it, honestly, because the only picture that's showing up here is like really zoomed out. They do both have an ugly demon, so I guess it's not that much better. Anyway, I think that'll be it, everybody. Make a Japanese Switch account and download the Super Famicom. Yeah, well, okay, so like the thing I'm talking about is I wish that I could have, like, the Japanese box art for the American ROMs. Because I'm very uninterested in getting, like, the Japanese ROMs, usually. Unless, of course, they have an English option, which some of them do. Or at least Japanese games usually do that. Where, like, a surprising amount of them do have an English option input. Not sure how ubiquitous that was for the Super Famicom exactly. But anyway, yeah. Thank you all for stopping by. This was a really fun stream, and I'll see you later. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.